Hi Aries, welcome to your Virgo full moon message. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I've been doing y'all's the last couple messages on purpose, but that's because I've been pissed off with an Aries. And y'all already know how Libras and Aries get when they're mad at each other. So now I'm finally getting to y'all. Y'all won't be last. Well, I'm still pissed off with that Aries too. But y'all won't be last the next time. This is good for your sun, moon, or rising, sidereal, tropical, or wherever you have Aries in your birth chart. So let's get into this. See what is going on for this full moon. I'm also going to try and get out one more reading for like each sign. Not each sign, each element. I'm gonna group them all together. So since you all are fire signs, I'm gonna group it like Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius all in one video. I'm gonna try and do it before I head on vacation next week. And then we'll be back to our regular scheduled messages where I tell you like the new moon and the full moon messages. Or whatever comes up. All right, let's get into it and see what is going on. Please don't fall on the floor. Okay, good. Oh, so you guys are leaving something behind. Because you guys, at the beginning of this, I saw at the bottom there was the 8 of Cups. So I was just like, they're walking away from something. Something's not worth y'all's time and energy and patience anymore. You're done with this. And you guys have the 4 of Wands that came out with the Tower upright, the Death card in the reverse, the Chariot in the reverse. You guys have the Page of Swords upright. You have the World. You have the Strength in the reverse. And you have your own card, the Fool, that came out. And the Wheel of Fortune tried to come out, but it didn't. Yeah, there it is again. You guys are completely done with something. You guys have the High Priestess here, the 8 of Cups, the 10 of Swords, which says everything is fine in this deck. You have the Ace of Swords in the reverse, and you have the 2 of Swords in the reverse. You guys aren't going to be putting energy into something anymore. I feel like you feel like something has served its purpose for you all. And with this full moon, I feel like that's when you're completely going to be done with something. This has an emotional and mental take to it. So whatever this is, this probably wore you down mentally to the point where you weren't getting the answer that you wanted, or this is somebody that you're dealing with, wasn't getting the answer that they wanted to something, or they weren't seeing another side of a situation. And so because of that, they decided they're not putting no more energy into this. And they're making a decision that they've been sitting on for a while to just walk away from this. For some of you, be careful with somebody that's entering your life. This could be an air sign, or this could be a water sign. So Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio that could be coming in. I feel like if you let this energy in, they're about to wreak havoc, and it's going to be known real quick to the point where it gets cut out real, like, immediately. So what I'm getting with this 4 of Swords here with the Tower card, something is about to be removed out of your life with a quickness. There may be something explosive that happens. For some of you, there was some type of revoked access. There was some type of instability that you all were experiencing. Either with some energy. Everything's energy, so I'm going to just say energy. I'm not even going to say person, place, or thing. There was something that happened unexpectedly that was already on shaky ground with this energy. This is about to come back around towards you all. They're saying that there's something that is unfinished that's here. Excuse me. They're saying that there's something that's unfinished here. And when this comes back around, it's going to be done in such a dramatic way. I feel like this is going to come right when we get to that full moon, right when Saturn is also about to cross over into Pisces. Because what is old and that does not need to come into this new way of living that we're about to go into for like the next 3 years, it has to be pushed out. And I feel like whatever this is, it's going to put you in a situation where it's like you are going to have to decide either I can keep living like this or I can completely deal with this now and just cut it out. But this is something that has some type of long-standing energy to it. This is something that you're not going to be able to move forward from until it's dealt with. They're saying what you thought was done. There's something that you're tethered to, that you don't necessarily want to be done with, but at the same time you want to be done with it, but you're not addressing what the actual issue is. There is going to be that information that you're going to receive that is going to be able to start something, a new chapter for you all. This may be you end up talking to somebody. This may be somebody that's younger than you. But it's like, there's like a learning that you're going to end up coming into. There's this understanding that you're going to end up getting where it opens up this new line of communication for you and somebody, and it starts something new and fresh for you all. And I feel like this is something that it's like you're tethered to it. Like I literally see like the string. Like I see like the energies like with string attached to it. And they're saying, and this is up to you, either you're going to be able to move forward from this, get the strength and move forward, or you're going to let your ego keep you in this place of things that you thought were already done or that you want to be finished coming back around like yearly, because you still have to learn from the lesson of this if you let your ego get in the way too much. They're saying you have to be open to other perspectives. You have to be open into letting in the new. You have to be open to letting go of things. And Aries, even though everybody says that once you get mad, you say what you have to say and you move on from it. No, y'all don't. Y'all will sit there and turn everything into a woe is me type of moment and where you are the victim. And I feel like that's what some of you are doing with this energy. And now it's coming back to you and smacking you in the face like, this isn't going to keep persisting like this just because you're going to sit there and throw a fit and want to be made into the victim and seem like everybody else is the problem, but not you. And they're saying in order for you to move past this, you have to be willing to set your ego aside and move forward from this in order to start something new, because you do have something good that wants to come in. But there's parts of you that you have to let go of. Let's get your clarifying cards. You guys have a lot of major arcana, so there is huge changes that's coming in, and this is going to lead up to the eclipse, the new moon eclipse in your sign. Is it? Yes, a new moon eclipse. And so you guys are about to be in this phases of walking through new doors, going through all these changes and everything. There's a lot that's on your mind because my mind is actually my head's actually like hurting right now. For some of you, you're at a standstill with somebody because of an explosion that happened. And you're not seeing things move forward right now. You guys have to come to an understanding in order for things to open back up. But again, you have to set your ego aside. For some of you, you let your ego get so big and out of control, and then somebody came and burst that ego. And now it's almost just like you're having to start all over with trying to figure out who you are. Let's see. What is the Tower card, please? What was the explosion? What was this change? You guys have the Ten of Wands. You have the Four of Wands in the reverse. The Ten of Wands is in the reverse as well. You have the Empress, the Eight of Pentacles, and you have the Page of Swords. Yeah, for a lot of you, what I'm picking up right now very heavily is that either you're dealing with a fire sign or an air sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And you're also dealing with someone that pays attention to detail. They study the words you say. They study the actions, or either you're doing this to somebody else. And there was something that happened, and it blew, somebody's spot got blown up with this Tower card. Like, I'm not picking up that this was a pretty thing at all. Something happened to where everything came out. Things had to come out and be uprooted that were not stable anymore. What was actually felt was said, but this is opening the door for things to be rebuilt and for there to be an understanding that comes in. It's almost like you're having to get to know this energy all over again. Whatever this is, it has the opportunity to develop into something very beautiful for you all. And this is going to end up moving you into that next phase of your life where it's like you're having to learn things about yourself. For some of you, this is like harsh truths and harsh realities. You're not going to want to go through this. You're not going to want to give up on who you think that you are or things of the past. And depending on how you do this, if you don't let this go, which a lot of you are still in that ego mentality where it's just like, woe is me, like I'm not the problem here. A lot of you are in that mentality still, and you're going to be making the wrong decisions that's going to lead you down this path of strife and difficulty if you don't turn it around and let this go. What's the Death card here in the reverse for? This is going to be revisited. The Ace of Pentacles is there in the reverse. You haven't moved on from something. You haven't put forth the energy to move on from something, or this energy that you're tethered to hasn't done the same towards you either. Almost like there's just a standstill that's there, especially with the Chariot card that's here. They are saying, though, I'm not picking up that there is communication that's happening right now. They are saying some kind of way, somehow, some way, things are going to end up being moved in to where you have to put the energy to make a reconnection with this energy that's here. I do feel like there is an understanding that's going to be made. There is a peace treaty that's going to be made, but you have to be willing to see somebody else's side of things. But that's going to come by some way of fate that you guys are reunited in some type of way. For some of you, this may have to do with a motherly figure. Or a motherly figure is putting this into motion to where you're coming into being with what the blow up happened with, and where there was no solution. There was no resolution to it. What's the Chariot card here in the reverse? You're not going to want to go through with this, but you know, on the inside that you have to let go of things in order to see some type of forward movement. I do feel like things are going to get set back on the right path, but there's a lot of things that have to be unearthed. These are a lot of things that have been not thought. What's the Chariot, please? And until all those feelings are put out there, all those thoughts are put out in the open, you're not going to be able to move on from this energy. There's the Five of Pentacles. So you are feeling some type of loss with this blockage that has happened. You do want to move forward, but your ego is telling you, you can't be the first one to move forward. They need to come to you. And I don't see that happening. And that's why the standstill's happening here. You have the Ten of Swords. This weighs heavily on your mind. A lot of you feel like you lost something very valuable and you don't know how to maneuver around this. And so instead of just going to that energy or this energy coming back towards you, there's just, it's festering. There's no movement that's there. You guys have the Page of Pentacles with the Page of Cups, and you have the Eight of Swords. So I do see eventually there's going to be some type of small acknowledgement that is made. And I'm picking up that there's going to be a third party that has to do with this, where it's like there's that coming together, and there's those thoughts of, oh, like those memories of things like, I have something gold on my head. Where it's like that, it's like you have the memories of like the good times that you had, and that's what's going to get you out of this place. But there has to come an understanding between you two. There has to be, for some of you, I feel like the conversation may go a little like, I'm not the same person that you think I am or that you created in your mind. There is a level up that has happened. What's the World card, please, for Aries placements? A lot of you are trying to hold on to things of the past, and that's why things aren't moving forward. you are going to have to come to that realization that things aren't as they once were. A lot of you feel some type of sadness probably about the changes that have gone on within you guys' lives or this other person's life, and you've actually witnessed the change. You've witnessed the burying of the emotions, and it's almost like you want that spark back. You want that light back. Sorry, guys. You want that spark back. You want that fun to come back in, but you're also realizing that you can't have all the control anymore. And once you make that realization, then you have this new chapter that opens up for you, but your ego is going to be in the way where you're still trying to control a lot of these factors. Why is the strength card here in the reverse for Aries, please? They are saying that there is going to be, I do feel like there's going to be someone that kind of gives you a reality check and be like, everything's not always going to be the way that you want it to be. You have to let go of that notion. Why is the strength card here in the reverse with the Eight of Cups in the reverse? You guys have the Eight of Cups here in the reverse. So something's coming back around again. If you don't let this go, like I said at the beginning, if you keep letting your ego get in the way of your emotions and you wanting to move forward, this lesson's going to keep coming back around. Whatever this energy is, it keeps coming back. And it's not going to show up necessarily in the same person or the same energy. It's going to come in different forms of energies. You have the Seven of Cups here. You have a decision that you have to make. Do you want to better yourself, or are you going to be a hostage to what you have to let go of? I do see a positive transformation that is happening. I do see things coming into focus for you all. Where it's like you can finally move forward, but it's not going to come until you let go of what you're trying to hold on to, that control that you want and crave so badly. This is a time in you guys' lives most likely where you're realizing that all that control that you once felt that you had, you no longer have that anymore. And that's what is the harsh reality that's coming in. And that's what you're being shown through other people. What's the Fool card? You are gaining a deeper understanding of who you are as you embark on something new. You have the Page of Wands here, which is good. You also have the Hanged Man. It came out in the upright, but it fell out reversed when it fell on the floor. You're going to have a struggle with, there's a lot of new that's coming in. You're walking this new path. You're walking this new personality, this new being, this new person that you are. But you're going to have times where you revert back to things where it's a test where you're going to have to catch yourself and be like, I've been through this before. I'm not going to let this overtake who I am now. Can I get one more for the Fool, please? Okay, we got all these cards. It's a hard truth that you're coming into. Everything in your world seems like it's going to be crashing down. But that's because things that you've been holding on to, you have to let go. Otherwise, you're not going to see any positive movement forward. You have the Ace of Cups here. You have the King of Cups. You have the Strength card in the reverse again. And you also have the Hierophant. You have to give up that control to get that happiness that you want. A lot of you have a lot of emotional fulfillment that's coming in. But for most of you, you're going to have to realize, I can't get everything that I want when I want it. And people aren't going to react the way that I want them to react. The sooner you learn that and acknowledge it, the better whatever this is that's coming in is going to work out for you, because this is something that's long-term that's trying to come in. But you cannot try to control every aspect of it. Let's get your Oracle cards. I might have to get these ones a break. And then we will be done after I read your oracles to you. You have Not For You that came out first. So whatever's coming back around, like I mentioned at the very beginning, they're saying don't let that energy back in. For others of you, what they're also saying with this Not For You is that there's parts of yourself that you feel so ingrained and connected to that are no longer meant to be a part of your trait anymore. your personality traits. You also need to be more fair and understanding to others and not try to impose your ways on those around you just because you want to seek that control back out that you're craving. And you also got to clean up a lot of the stuff about yourself. With that, clean it up. Otherwise, you're preventing things that are trying to be guided towards you from coming in. You're having to fix things with somebody that you are tethered to. You have a truth that's coming out, and you do have a relationship that's going to mend, that's going to end up being able to have a very positive transformation. Oh, that was quick. You have the beloved. I'm going to read this one to you. This is due to that energy that you are very tied to. It says, your heart is open and full of love, and because of this, magical blessings are drawn to you. If you are single, a loving relationship will soon be formed, which will transform your life. If you are already in a relationship, then your relationship is about to deepen and also be transformed in some way. Love is a timeless state through which all is spiritually interconnected. You will soon feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for life through your relationship with your beloved. Valuable insights are gained, and you each bring out the best in each other. Love is the gateway to an endless universe where the light of a billion stars forever glows through one eternal spirit. All right, Aries, that's all I have for you. I hope you all enjoyed this message, and I will see you soon. Thank you.